In the Kitchen is brought to you by these local sponsors.
Well, let's head to the kitchen now if you're looking for something great to do for Mom for your Mother's Day this year.
Well, how about getting up early and cooking breakfast for her? Chef Becky's in the kitchen with a great idea for what to fix for Mom.
In the Kitchen, brought to you by Benedetti's Meat Market and Deli and Oldfield's Appliance and Home Theater.
Welcome to the beautiful kitchen at Oldfield Appliances. I'm here, of course, with Miss Chef Becky.
Good morning.
Good morning. This looks like a delicious dish that we're going to make today.
Yes, today we're making a special treat for Mother's Day. It's my Cranberry apple Brie tarts. So the first step is we have the oven preheating to 400 degrees.
Okay.
And now I will have you take this little brush and carefully brush the inside of each well of the mini muffin pan.
Okay.
I'm going to sprinkle some flour on the cutting board just so the puff pastry won't stick. I'm also going to rub a little bit of flour on my rolling pin. I'm going to gently open the puff pastry. So now I'm going to use my rolling pin and just very gently roll it out into a larger square. So here I have a small biscuit cutter. I'm going to dip that in the flour as well and just cut little circles out of the whole sheet. Now, may I take that?
Alrighty.
Okay. So now the next step is to take each circle and press it down into the well of the mini muffin pan.
Okay.
It doesn't need to be perfect. So if you don't have puff pastry, you could substitute the pre-made pie crust, but the baking time will just be a little shorter.
Do they taste about the same?
Well, puff pastry has a lot more butter in it.
Oh, okay. We'll stick with this one.
Because it's for Mother's Day, we need to go all out.
That's right. Extra sweet.
That's right. So the next step is to put dried cranberries in each mini muffin hole. So I like to use about 6 or 8 pieces each. Would you like to go ahead and do that while I get the Brie cheese ready?
I'll put 10. I'm just kidding.
So now I'm going to get the Brie cheese ready. You can eat the rind. For this recipe, we're going to cut it off. So now I have the rind completely removed from the Brie. I'm going to cut it into little pieces. It's kind of warm, so it's a little squishy right now. So I'm doing little blobs about 1/2 inch square by 1/4 inch thick. So now we're going to take a piece of Brie and press it down on top of the cranberries. The next step is to put the apple butter on top of each one. Have you ever had apple butter
I've
before?
never had apple butter.
It's delicious. So we're just going to use a teaspoon and put a blob on top of each one, about 1/2 teaspoon. So the last step is to make a cinnamon sugar blend. Here I have 1 tablespoon of white sugar and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Stir those together.
All right.
That looks great. So now you just use your fingertips and sprinkle the cinnamon sugar around the edge of the crust of each one.
So detailed.
So these are ready to go in the oven, which I have preheated to 400 degrees, and these will bake for 23 minutes. Okay, so the time's up and they should be ready to come out of the oven.
Alrighty, let's go. All right, Chef Becky, it looks like Mom's gonna really love this delicious breakfast.
These are the perfect little treat for Mother's Day. These are my Cranberry apple Brie tarts. And it's going to be an explosion of flavor in your mouth with the cranberries, the apple butter, and the Brie cheese.
You'll find the recipe for Chef Becky's Cranberry Apple Brie Tarts on our website, kmtr.com, or of course on our Facebook
And you
page.
said you'd never had apple butter before
No,
this?
it was my first time.
Yeah, where back in Joplin, there was a town nearby called Mount Vernon. They had apple butter making days. They had these
Ooh.
big cauldrons, and they'd make the apple butter. Oh, that town just smelled fabulous during that
What
weekend.
does it taste like to you?
What did you feel it tasted like? It's been a while since I've had it.
Well, I thought it tasted like baby food. And they started making fun of me because they were like, no, it doesn't. But it tastes like, you know, the apple.
I just like that apple
Maybe.
taste. I'm
Yeah.
not a big apple eater, but I like apple and things like apple butter.
It was really good, though.